Hi, it's Tristan, and in this video we're taking a look at the Photive 5-port 25-watt USB charger. And what this device enables you to do is charge up multiple tablets and phones all together with one charging device. So you don't have to travel with multiple plugs. You can just bring this along with you, along with your cables, and you can charge up to 5 different devices all at once. And you only have to take one wall socket as well. So this is very convenient, not only for traveling, but if you do want to set up a charge station in your house to charge up all your devices with only taking up one wall socket. This is the box that it comes in here, and it basically says simplify your life with the PH-25W multi-port charger, 5 USB ports and a total output of 25 watts. This charger is optimized to charge most USB 5-volt devices. And as you can see here, it's got the specifications. Each port has different ratings on them, and I'll talk about that some in the video. But basically, it features 5 USB outputs for different digital devices, multiple safety protection systems to ensure battery safety, voltage control, current control, and temperature control. It's a pretty small device. I would say it's maybe about the size of an iPhone, but a little bit thicker than an iPhone. And what this really enables you to do is not have to travel with all of your different plugs, such as these. For instance, when I travel, I bring my iPhone, which uses this charger, my iPad, which uses this charger, my Amazon Kindle, which uses this charger, and I don't have to bring all these with me. I only have to bring the cables, and I can charge all of them at the same time with the Photive, which is really nice. Now, as you'll notice here, as you look at the different 5 USB slots, they're labeled here. You know, iPad, Samsung Tab, iPad, iPhone, Android. You can actually plug in any device to any of these ports. However, as you may know, the iPad takes more power than the iPhone. So if you plug into the iPad port, it's actually going to be charging faster because it's more suitable. It's, you know, the port that's labeled iPad is putting out 2.1 amps, so it'll charge your iPad much faster. However, if you plug in your iPad into, say, the iPhone port, it will still charge. It'll just charge a little bit slower because the iPhone port doesn't put out as much power. It's kind of handy because on the bottom of this it tells you how much how much power each port puts out. It ranges from 1 amp all the way up to 2.1 amps. So the different ports on the front are rated differently. Now also, alternatively, you can charge a phone like an iPhone in any of these ports, and it doesn't really matter. You don't really have to worry about blowing out the iPhone or anything like that, or overpowering it, because the way that it works is all of the USB devices are 5 volts. So even if you plug it into a higher capacity port, the device itself is only going to draw what it needs. So you really don't have to worry about burning up your iPhone or anything like that by plugging it into the iPad port, for example. That's just not really going to happen. As long as the devices that you're plugging into this are 5-volt devices, which is the USB designation, as long as they're USB devices, they will charge up perfectly fine in pretty much any of these ports. If you want them to charge faster, though, if you're plugging in an iPad or a tablet, make sure you plug into the right port, just because that'll provide more current for it to charge up. Now, there is another maker of these that makes something very similar. I think it's called Anchor or Anchor. They have one that's actually up to 40 watts instead of this one, which is 25 watts. And that just means that you can charge up to like 5 tablets at once. So the more power it has, you know, the more that it can charge and the faster that it can charge those tablets. If I plug in 5 different devices to this, it's going to charge up each device a little bit slower because this can only output a maximum of 25 watts. For me, that works totally fine, especially for the price paid for this of under $20. The other more powerful ones tend to be more money. They tend to be up in the maybe $40 range or $30 range. This one you can get for under $20, so I think it's a really good deal. And when I travel, I can charge my iPad, my iPhone, my Kindle, as well as a friend's iPhone or friend's iPad all at the same time with just one wall socket. So it's really handy. And again, this is pretty convenient to take with you and travel. Or as mentioned, you can set it up at home and just set up a charging station. So I think it works fairly well for the price, and I'll put a link in the description field for where you can get this. Again, this has been my look of the Photive 5-port 25-watt USB charger. Pretty good bargain for under $20, and I think pretty useful device. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.